So yesterday we have seen creating enterprise structure elements. I can say org objects. Okay. Today we will see how to assign org elements, and we will understand the relationship between uh, the each and every org element today. Okay. Yes, I am going to open this running notes. We will rewind what org objects we have created yesterday. Yeah. So we have chosen 1005 as our entity number. I mean, the uh, naming criteria for our enterprise. Now I'll be using these objects, these codes to form a structure, enterprise structure. So I'll write down the path here. That is also important. So we have seen it yesterday, but still we will write it. Okay. Path to create or define. Create org objects. SPRO, IMG, enterprise structure. Okay, in enterprise structure, you will have definition. A definition section. There you go and create all these objects based on modules. I'm not writing further navigation because when you go to definition, you will have modules, then you will have create options for each object. So let's say you want to create a sales organization. To create sales organization, the path would be SPRO, IMG, enterprise structure, definition, sales and distribution, then define sales org. Okay, more or less you will have same naming in the end navigation node. Okay, now so okay, now path to assign org objects. We use the same path SPRO, IMG, enterprise structure, but instead of definition, there will be separate navigation for assigning, that is assignment. Okay, here you go and assign based on module and the object. We will be assigning, we will be forming a structure, hierarchical structure using these objects, whatever is already created. Okay, so let's quickly go and form a structure. It will be easy. So I'll go by the hierarchy in which I have created. First, SPRO, IMG, enterprise structure. Instead of definition, now I'll go to assignment. So here, let's go to financial accounting because that is the module which is uh, on top in hierarchy. Now, financial accounting. First thing is assign company code and company. Okay, I'm just clicking on this assign company code and company. So here, go to position and find your company code. So what is my company code? 1005. So you have this company code and not assigned to any company. Now you enter company here. If you see here, for one company code, you can assign one company, but the same company can be assigned to multiple company codes. See, I can assign this company to all company codes, right? That means one company can have multiple company codes, but one company code can be assigned to only one company. This is the relation. So when you take the tree, business tree or hierarchical structure of business, company is the highest org element, right? Under that you will have company codes. One company can have multiple company codes, correct? Let's say I have company 1005 and also company 1006. If I assign 1005 company code to 1005 company, can I assign this to 1006 company? So multiple assignments to a company code are not possible when you're assigning companies. So this is what I'm saying. When you say the relation between company to company code, it is one company, many company codes. If you say it in a reverse way, like relationship between company code to company, many company codes, one company. Maybe little confusing to you now, but I'll explain it later again. Okay, let's form the structure now. Save it now. You'll get a pop-up. Here pop-up. Continue. Now, so I am done assignment in financial accounting, and there are other sorry. So remaining assignment, see, like company code to credit control area, business area to consult. These are irrelevant for now. Okay, so I am done with assignments in financial accounting. So controlling we don't touch. Let's move on to logistic general. So in logistic general, you see these uh, options here. If it is relevant for you, then go and make a change. Go and make an assignment. Okay. Now assign plant to company code. So I have created plant and I have a company code. So assignment is required. Now I'm going to new entries. What is my company code? 1005, and my plant is also 1005. That's it. Simple. Okay. Now let's say I want to assign plant to 1000 company code, 1005 and 1000 company code. See, country of plant differs from country of company code. So country in 1005 plant is different from country in company code 1000. It is throwing a information message saying that something is wrong with this assignment. Then it also checks an entry already exists with the same key. That means you cannot assign multiple company codes to a plant. One plant, one company code. That's it. Okay. So that is the reason I tried to enter it. Now, how to understand this relation? Why a plant can be assigned to only one company code? See, you can have multiple plants assigned to same company code. 1000 plant I can assign to 1005 company code, but you cannot have multiple company codes for a single plant. That is the understanding you have to have. So tell me one thing, why I should not assign multiple company codes to a plant? I have a plant in Bangalore. I have a company code which belongs to India, and I have another company code which belongs to Sri Lanka. So when I assign a plant to India company code, can I also assign it to Sri Lanka company code?
No, we cannot, because due to the entries made in the financial in a The document generated in the finance accounting document is linked with the company code. The profits and loss and the balance sheet, everything will made by under the company code.
Yes, correct. So I was telling you company code is a legal entity. So when you assign one plan to, I mean, multiple company codes, plan, tax, how tax is calculated. Tax, 1 second, so tax is calculated at plant level, excise tax, whatever it is. Your source country is picked from plant, and source country is uh, main for tax calculations, correct? So that is the reason plant is a mandatory thing for tax calculations. And if you have plant assigned to multiple company codes, how do you share the tax values or the revenues or manufacturing, or, I mean, you cannot share, right? You cannot share tax information or profit and loss information or balance sheet accounting with multiple company codes for a plant. So it causes legal, issues. Okay, that is the reason system will not allow you to assign multiple company codes to plant. Okay, yeah. So that is so you may get these questions in interviews. I mean, when they wanted to check your business understanding, and they can ask these questions. Okay, yeah. So next option is to assign business area, that we will talk later. Data comparison, this is not required. Then we will move on to sales and distribution. Yeah. So this is the major area for us where we do maximum assignments. Let's go with first option. Assign sales out to company code. Yes, that is our part. We get a company code from finance team, then we assign it to our sales org. So I'll find my, okay, before, see here, it is already asking to assign a company code for my sales organization. I have a sales of 1005 and it is not assigned to any of the company codes. So it is throwing a message. That means it is a required entry. You have to assign, you should assign a company code to sales org. Okay, I'll just enter it and I'll say I'll assign it to 1000. Okay, so I have already assigned. Now save it. This is my entry. Okay, now in this screen you don't get option to assign multiple entries. See here, you don't have new entries option and it is only one-to-one relation. So here one company code can have multiple sales organizations, but one sales org can be assigned to only one company code. This is also the similar kind of relation like plant and company code assignment. One company code can have multiple sales orgs, but one sales org can be assigned to only one company code. Got it? Any questions in this screens, in this screen assignment? So SAP has provided options to assign one sales org to one company code only. But why it is, allowed here to change? Okay. When you create a sales org in definition, enterprise structure definition, that will get updated here in this, column. And when you create it new without copying, then your company code field will be blank like this. How it was earlier, there was no 1005, right? I have assigned this here, 1005. So here, SAP has provided option to assign only one company code to sales org, But what if I want to have, what if 1005 have to have multiple sales arcs? Yes, you can assign 1005 to this one also. That means one sales arc can be assigned to only one company code, but one company code can have multiple sales arcs. Again, the relation is one to many here. Okay. Then come back. The next assignment is distribution channel to sales organization. So this is many to many. Let's say you have a sales arc called 1005 10. I'm assigning my distribution channel 10 1005 05. So you can assign like this. Okay. So it is many to many. Any sales arc can have e-commerce distribution channel. Any sales arc can have retail distribution channel. There is no restriction. One sales arc can have multiple distribution channels. One distribution channel can have multiple sales arcs. How to understand this relation? Let's say think that I have two sales arcs in India, South Indian sales arc and North Indian sales arc. So I use e-commerce in South India and also in North India. If I represent South Indian sales arc with 1005 and North with 1100, I can assign both these distribution channels to the other sales arc also. There is no restriction. That is many to many. You have to understand this. Okay. Then similarly, your division and sales arc, it is also many to many. Your south sales arc can sell products belong to electronics, like consumer electronics. North also can sell the same thing. Okay, that is self-explanatory. I don't have to explain much on that. And I'll go with our arc units only. I don't try to do a cross assignment. Okay, this is also many to many. Then another thing is sales area. Guys, you need to remember sales area is very, very important. So sales area is combination of sales arc, distribution channel and division. See how I'm going to form my sales areas. I have a sales arc, I have division 10 and distribution channel 10. Then come back, I have the sales arc, distribution channel 05 division. Now I formed two sales areas. Again, sales arc, distribution channel 05, 10 division. See the combinations, you can get it easily. 05, 05 and 05. So this is how you can form sales areas. So remember, sales area is a combination of sales arc, distribution channel and division. Okay, this is important for creating sales documents. If you don't have a sales area setup, then you cannot create sales organizations. Sales area is mandatory for sales documents. Okay, now, so there is a logic behind the sales areas formation or number of sales areas based on your org units. If you have one sales arc, two distribution channels and two divisions, let's say 1 into 2 into 2, you'll get 4 sales areas. Think that I have 3 divisions. Let's say I have division 01 also. Then I'll have 2 more sales areas added. 1 into 2 into 3. 1 into 2, 2, 2 into 3, 6 sales areas. So like that, based on the number of org units, you can calculate sales area numbers, permitted sales area numbers. Okay. And here, whatever, let's say if you try to assign a distribution channel, if you try to enter a distribution channel, let's say okay, let me save it first. Yeah, saved. I have TTTT sales arc and I'll try to assign distribution channel 05 to it. It throws an error because I have not assigned this 05 distribution channel to TTTT sales org in previous screen. Distribution channel and sales org assignment is missing for this entry. Distribution channels, whatever you enter here, should be assigned to sales org first. Same case with divisions also. Okay. If you want to enter any distribution channel or division or sales org combination here, these org objects should have been assigned in previous assignment screens. Then only it allows. Okay. Now it won't allow. Now I have an error. See, it is not going forward. You can cancel it. See, click on this. This activity task will be terminated. Okay, come back. Then assign sales office to sales org. Let me check how much time we left. 4 minutes. Manageable. Okay. So your sales office is assigned to the combination of sales org, distribution channel and division. That is sales area. Simply you can say sales office is assigned to sales area. Now, instead of entering it manually, I'll take out my sales areas here from the screen. I'll copy it. So to select, you need to press Ctrl Y. If you press Ctrl Y on the screen, you get this target icon. Now you can choose like this. Select everything. Now I copied Ctrl C. After selecting, I selected Ctrl C. Now I have to assign sales office to sales area, right? So I have only one sales office, but I have 4 sales areas. See now, it is asking sales office 1005, 1005, 1005, 1005. This is how you can simply assign your sales office to sales area. If you have one more sales office, then you can do a copy paste job, then change the sales office name here, number here. Okay. So coming back, the next assignment is sales group to sales office. So your sales group mainly works in sales office, right? So you assign sales group to sales office. 05 is my sales office. 005 is my sales group. Just assignment is done. Now come back. So the final and very important one is assign sales organization and plant. So you have to assign plant to sales org because whenever you create a sales order, plant also should be maintained in transactions. That is the reason you have to assign plant to sales org. But here you are going to assign plant to the combination of sales org and distribution channel. The combination of sales org and distribution channel is called sales line or distribution chain. So, okay, sales org 1005, distribution channel 10, plant 1005. Sales org 1005, distribution channel 5, plant 1005. 2 combinations, right? You have 2 distribution channels for the sales org, so you get 2 combinations in plant assignment. So guys, sales area is nothing but combination of sales org, distribution channel and division. Sales line is nothing but sales org and distribution channel. Sales line or distribution chain, both are same. Okay, save it. So this assignment is done, and the next assignment is assigning shipping point to plant. So you can do this assignment in logistic execution. In fact, this is the final assignment what we do in enterprise structure. See here we have the option here, assign shipping point to plant. It will be little confusing here. Very simple. It is not like other assignments. So just find your plant 1005. See, you have this plant here. Control F, find your plant, click on this, double click on this. This is the plant. So, and these are the shipping points already assigned, but I did not assign them, right? These are copied from 1000. These shipping points are already available and assigned to 1000. So I have copied my plant from 1000. That is the reason it is enabled. It set, or by default it assigned all the shipping points to my new plant also. So now if you click on this and go to, this is plant, right? You select on plant and go to assign button. You will see all unassigned shipping points here. So all